so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Sam. It's great seeing you again.
Great seeing you again. It's been a couple of years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been.
Yeah.
It seems just like yesterday, right?
I know. Actually, I was talking to Dr. Randhir Bajaj earlier. So I was just introducing myself to him, and we were talking about the show, and I said, so we have someone who's singing, and he was like, oh yeah, Vishal. And I was like, oh, yeah, how do you know this? And he said, yeah, he's my brother-in-law. I was like, oh. So it's a family production today in every way possible. So
he's a very talented, one of the best doctors in Queens.
He actually
very high regards for him.
saying the same thing about you, except you're not a doctor. He said you're a very talented singer. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
I want to actually talk to you about your projects here. You have several albums that you've released and several more that you're planning to release. So tell us a little bit about it.
Absolutely, Sam. So the very first one is an album that's a beautiful bhajan CD. This is called a tribute to Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha. I got some great inspiration. I wrote a lot of bhajans. I sang back a couple of them, but for the most part I wrote and sang and produced this CD that is doing very well in the markets, and I'm actually going around temples and Indian and Indo-Caribbean shows and promoting and singing with a bunch of people. The next one is Hare Krishna, Hare Rama.
We can hold it up. Let me see.
Yeah, there's actually a poster which summarizes. There's a poster that summarizes pretty much all the albums. So this one is called Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, and as the name suggests, it's a Krishna and Rama CD. And then we have Shera Wali Ma, Durga Ma CD. And then I took the best of the bhajans on each of these three and put them on a new release, which is a DVD. So this has some of the finest places of worship all across New York. And believe it or not, this work actually spans across almost 12 years. The footage, 12 years I've actually put into shooting and editing. And you'll see, and it goes interfaith. Some of the songs, it starts off with a lot of Hindu prayers, but goes interfaith and has all kinds of places of worship, some of the best places. This one is also released. This is called the Family Music Album Spectrum, that has something for everybody in the family. And
take the CD from him.
And
got it.
Now, this one's released as well. So these are the 5 productions that I've released so far, Sam.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And how do our viewers get this?
So that's a very good question, because it's the age of the internet. You can go to iTunes and search for my name, Vishal Khera, as the artist. iTunes, Amazon, MP3, Google, Spotify, Deezer, the list goes on. It's pretty endless. And also, you can go to my website, which is www.bollyholly.com, as in Bollywood, Hollywood. So it's one word, bollyholly.com.
Do you have that registered with the Oxford Dictionary yet?
Not yet. I was actually
working on that.
Yeah, create like a new word, right?
Yeah, I know, Bolly Holly.
That's a great idea. That's a 2013 resolution for me now.
Yes, I'm so happy to be part of that. And these are your new projects. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so what's coming up for 2013? Well, I have produced and almost given final touches to this beautiful Hindi romantic album called Paas, which in Hindi means closeness, or in Urdu it means Kareeb.
So nice.
It's a very beautiful romantic album. Again, we've shot all across India as well as here. The next one is a beautiful album for children, which I felt was needed, especially for NRI children here, because it's so hard to inculcate and inspire and educate our children in our language, Hindi. So I sang a few songs for them. And last but not least is a Punjabi dance album called Jashna Di Raat, which has a lot of spice and masala, and hopefully people will dance to it.
Absolutely.
And I will be sure to gift you one, Sam.
Thank you so much. Well, we'll be hearing more from you later, and I look forward to it. So thank you for your first performance.
Pleasure.
And next up, I'm going to talk to his brother-in-law, a very talented person in the field of medicine. And you know what? Let's go over there. Let's go to the other set. I'm going to put on my, that's a bad idea because I can't see with this. All right, let's do this instead. So these are my Relay for Life sunglasses that I got that I will be gifting to our lovely camera person, Jonathan Griffith. Watch, I'm just going to take that back from him at the end of the show, and he's going to be really mad. So anyways, we are back to the side. Well, hello. Let's give Dr. Randir a huge round of applause.
Hi Sam, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Very good.
So, we were sitting there earlier. Did you get to eat anything? Did you eat
No,
any samosas?
I did,
Yeah?
of course. They're very
Yes.
delicious.
Yes, okay. So they're doctor approved, just saying. So I was actually, while we were talking earlier, I brought this up. So when you go to family gatherings or parties, do people come up to you and say, so I've got this rash over here, do you mind looking at that? Or they're like, my pinky hurts, do you mind looking at that? Do you get that?
Absolutely, I come across these things all the time in gatherings, but I tell you, it's a great feeling.
Really?
It's a great feeling to be in a position to help someone with the knowledge you have. And I really feel privileged that I can help them in any way I can.
Oh, that's lovely.
And sometimes I get calls at home, and of course they're always welcome to come over. If they can't come, I do visit them and help them whatever way I can.
Oh, that's
In
very
whatever
sweet.
setting, office, home, hospital, wherever.
Well, that's a great
Yes.
service. I guess that's what it means to be a doctor.
Yes.
That's exactly what it means. Well, I was telling you this earlier, but in the Reader's Digest magazine, a doctor who was slightly miffed with having to carry his work everywhere said that what he does when he gets these requests to evaluate strange ailments says he just tells the person to strip. And that usually diffuses the situation. And they'll be like, no. But here at KPTV, or just in New York City in general, that's probably going to backfire. People will
Absolutely.
probably tell you what's wrong anyways.
But I'll keep it in mind to try it sometime.
Yes,
Definitely.
you know what? The first time you try that, you have to be back on India Talks and tell us the story.
Sure.
Well, you are a pulmonologist.
Yes.
So we were talking earlier, and we were mentioning how the flu season is upon us. So that's obviously not good. So how do people prevent the flu?
Basically, the best thing is flu shots.
Flu shot, okay.
Yes. And this is the time we are giving our patients flu shots. Basically, flu shot is a vaccine which is given by a needle into someone's arm. And
Is that the only way a flu shot can be administered?
there are other ways.
Okay.
It is available. It is given in the form of a nasal spray also.
That sounds a little scarier
But there
than
are
the-
certain categories only from the age of 2 years to 49 years.
Oh.
It can be given.
Okay.
And but most commonly it is given intramuscular by an injection.
Okay. And who should get the flu shot?
Anyone who is older than 6 months should be getting it. And it's very, very important to have it because this is something that is preventable. And because the consequences, it could be very serious, especially in patients who are elderly patients who have chronic diseases like diabetes, asthma, COPD, and especially those people who are taking care of elderly population. They should all be vaccinated.
I mean, there are going to be a lot of younger people, especially people my age, who would say something like, it's just the flu, I'm not going to catch it. This is the age when we feel invincible. What do you say to them?
It's just like buying an insurance policy. It's just a protection, basically.
Protection.
Yes.
Very true.
Yes.
You brought up asthma and COPD. How prevalent are those here, especially in the city?
I tell you, in United States of America, we have about approximately, I would say, 30 million people suffering from asthma.
Really?
And
that's a large number.
I mean, asthma is often considered a condition of children, but I would say about approximately 70% of them are adults suffering with asthma.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, so what causes asthma?
There are allergens, there are triggers, there are a lot of animal dander, cockroaches, dust mites, like seasonal, you can say, from trees, molds, perfumes, weather changes, seasonal changes. These are all triggers. Even like sometimes it could be even exercise induced. These are
Okay.
all the triggers that can cause asthma.
So can someone prevent asthma, or is it
It is something you cannot cure it,
Right.
but definitely you can avoid it.
Okay.
And you can avoid it, and if it's taken care at the right time, of course you can avoid serious attacks.
And what about COPD? Is that also a common problem?
COPD is a common problem. It is seen most of the patients who smoke.
Smoke, okay.
Yes. Smoke, it's most commonly seen in COPD. The main difference between asthma and COPD is COPD is mostly irreversible. That once the damage is done, is done.
It's done.
And asthma is a reversible disease.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, so mostly people who smoke. What other conditions do people who smoke open themselves up to?
Of course, besides increased risk of heart attack, strokes, and most of the thing that affects lungs is the lung cancer.
Right.
And I would say statistically they say that lung cancer is the second most diagnosed cancer in men and women.
Second most diagnosed.
Second most diagnosed kind of cancer in men and women.
So how many of those people diagnosed with lung cancer have smoked?
They say that in men, about if 10 persons are diagnosed, 9 of them smoke.
Wow.
This is something if we can prevent it. That's why anytime patients come to the office, we try to tell them that they quit smoking. And if you talk to them even few minutes every visit, we can really prevent. And if they listen, we can avoid serious consequences.
How many of those people that you speak to end up quitting smoking? Because I know that smokers can be very resistant.
Percentage is not very high. It's
Right.
not many people listen. But that's one of the reasons they go into severe COPDs and complications from COPD.
Right.
Yes.
And how much does secondhand smoke affect people in terms of getting COPD or lung cancer or any other lung-related disease?
Secondhand smoking increases the risk of lung cancer by 2 to 3-fold.
2 to 3-fold?
2 to 3-fold.
That is a lot.
It's a lot.
So people just stop smoking.
For prevention purposes, we talk to our patient. Number 1, we tell them if you're not smoking, absolutely don't smoke. If you're smoking, you
Stop.
quit smoking.
Right.
Number 3, absolutely avoid secondhand smoking, because as I told you before, it increases the risk by 2 to 3-fold.
My goodness. Those are some pretty scary numbers.
And another thing that's very important is if you include in your diet fruits and vegetables and moderate amount of exercise, if you do, you can decrease the risk of cancers by approximately 25 to 30%.
That's a big percentage.
It's a big percentage, yes.
I didn't realize it
Yes.
played that big of a role. So for you non-vegetarians out there, other than lying, stealing, cheating, I'm sorry, I'm only kidding, also include vegetables and fruits, in your diet.
Yes, in your diet.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It's been a great conversation. We have to do this again.
Oh,
Well,
thank you very much, Sam.
Let's give him
Thanks for
another
being
round of
here.
applause on behalf of India Talks. And we're going to check in with the henna again when we come right back. Or you know what? Let's check with them right now. How are they doing? All right. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's such a lovely pattern. All right. It's absolutely beautiful. Well, anyways, okay. We're going to see more of that when we come right back. And we have another tribute to Pandit Ravi Shankar. And we'll be right back after that. And we're back. So we're having a little girl talk here. You can be in on it too, that's fine. So
Yeah.
this is the henna so far. How close to finished is it?
Yeah, it's almost done.
Almost done? My God, it's beautiful. And I see Aurelia's name written over
Yes,
there.
fan
Oh
blank.
my gosh, it's lovely. So how did you come up with this design?
I don't know. It's
She looked at me.
Yeah, it's just
Really?
comes from my mind, nothing else. I
My
can't
goodness.
copy. I have a lot of books, but I actually can't copy 100%.
Wow, so all of it, every time it's a new design. No person is ever
No.
getting the same design that
No,
someone
I
else got.
can't. Even I did
lovely.
like let's say I'm doing a bridal mehndi. When I do this side, I mean one side, I can't copy the same design on other side. But
Wow.
like I can copy like 90%, not the
But
100%.
Not all of it. Well, you know what? Her henna is like a snowflake. No two are ever the same. Well, it's absolutely lovely. My gosh. And it smells so nice.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It
Right?
doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It's not
Aurelia will
painful.
tell you that it does not
I hate
hurt.
pain, but it's very, very soothing. The smell actually, it's like
Yeah,
a
because
therapy kind of
it has those
spa sort
oils.
of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like a spa thing.
Wow. So
Those
what does it have in it that makes it smell so
Smell it.
nice?
Because those oil I mentioned before, like the
Lavender.
lavender or the clove oil or the aromatherapy. Actually, I think people call it aromatherapy oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the thing in it.
Wow.
It does have a tingling sensation, though. I don't know what that is.
I
like-
think you're
no, I
just
think it's a-
tickled.
I think it's the cold sensation you're feeling, like cool, like very
It's
cool.
Yeah,
cold in here.
yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Henna is really
I
cool.
thought I was going crazy.
Really?
Yeah, because that's why people use people who has high blood pressure. It's like a homemade therapy. Like people use put their henna paste on their top of their head. So
Right.
yeah,
That I
so they can calm down the blood pressure.
I didn't know. Wow.
And I
it
read
has
an article at like
medical-
WebMD that henna can cure cancer too. Like I don't know why or how, but I read it at webmd.com. So I think it's a trustful way.
miracle.
And
Wow.
diarrhea, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
My gosh. Okay, so this is the cause, the cure for everything, any ailment ever, apparently. We also have some pictures of some
Yes.
henna that you've done. We have it up on the screen actually. So I unfortunately can't see it. But anyways, so how long have you been doing this professionally?
As a professionally, I'm doing around like let's say 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I started doing this when I was a kid.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
My goodness. So who taught you how to do this?
It's actually by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just picked it up one fine day and said, wow.
I brought some books, but that helps me too.
Right, but you can't copy, so most of it is just obviously talent.
I just pick some of the like some patterns from that, so I can like mix and match these things.
So do you teach people how to do this as well?
Actually, I take classes at Queen's Public Library. I don't teach, but I say something about how to mix the henna or what's the benefits like that. So if anybody wants to have a library class, they can email to the library, Queen's Public Library. So like they want their nearest location, they want a henna class, so they can email them. So
And they'll request it. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they can request it.
Oh, wow. Excellent. So how many libraries have you done so far? Have you done your workshop in?
I have done in like 6 to 7 classes.
Wow. Excellent. And how can people contact you if they want to have you at a party, or you said you do bridal henna as well, so how do people contact you?
Yeah, they can contact me by my Facebook page. It's Henna New York. It's the spelling is HENNA, comma NY. And
HENNA, comma, NY.
Yes.
That sounds like a new city in New York. I'd love
Yes,
to be part of that
Henna, New
city.
So, and my name is Fatima. So, and people also can call me directly, and they can also email me.
Okay, so what kind of parties or what kind of gatherings do you do henna at? Are there any limitations?
Nowadays, actually, people doing a lot of parties, not only the wedding. They
Right.
do BBQ parties, girls like
That sounds like so much fun at a
Yeah,
barbecue. 'Cause what
yeah,
else are you
barbecue
doing?
parties, sweet 16. They do everything. They love actually for the tattoo
Don't
as a
forget
tattoo.
your candle.
Oh,
yeah.
I've just been looking at it and I'm just staring at it without saying anything.
Nowadays-
So what is this?
Oh, it's
Hold this up.
this side, this side. Yeah,
This side.
yeah. All the sides have design. I made it.
Oh, so what exactly is this?
It's a candle.
Oh, sorry.
It's a candle. I decorated it with henna. It's the
Oh,
small one.
It's decorated with henna.
Yes, henna and
This is lovely.
and the stones on it. And all my stuffs are from Michaels, so those are good.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. So how can people buy this?
Like that, they can call me, or I also take credit cards. I mean, they can. If they want, like let's say if anybody is in like Florida, but they can come to me, but for local pickup, so they can email me with their email number, so I can send them PayPal invoice, and they can buy whatever they want.
Very
I do
nice.
also do sell henna cones too.
Aurelia, you don't have to pay for this. We got this.
I know. So cool.
How do you like this? How was your
I am
experience first
so,
time?
like I said, I love it. It's very therapeutical, and the tingling sensation and the scent is like it gives you a nice
Calming feeling.
calming
right?
feeling.
I feel so much
It's
calmer
the
just
first
standing
time I
next to you.
and
smelling
the
this.
thing that I love, there's no pain. Ask me why I never had a tattoo. I hate pain.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
the
like
thought
this
of being
every day.
pinched, freaks me out. So, and the thing also, it's like temporarily. It's not like it's gonna stay
Forever.
on my hands. I'll be like going like this all day. Woo! I'm a model.
Wow.
I don't want to mess it
You
up.
can move until it's dried.
So how long does this typically take to dry?
Now it's cold time, in winter time, so it takes a little bit time. Because it's a little bit cold.
It is cold by itself, so, it
So when
takes
it's
longer.
dry, when it's hot, it's dry faster.
Okay, so how long? Does
Like
Aurelia
let's say
have to
around
keep her
30
hands
to
like
45
this?
minutes. If it's
30 to
winter, because it's
Aurelia's
winter.
already getting antsy. I see that.
But when it's summer, it dries really fast. Like within 15 minutes, when I put, it's just dries so fast. I think it's not drying that because it's winter.
It's beautiful.
Well, I'm gonna have to hand cover myself.
And wow, I already see the little bit of orange here. It's-
The thing, how you gonna get a good color? You can't wash the henna stain. You're gonna this henna paste is gonna come off like within 1 hour. Whenever you want, you can take it off. But you can't wash your hand. That's the main key to achieve a very good dark stain.
So this 3D effect is not gonna stay on me.
No, no, it's
We
not.
can get you 3D glasses, but that 3D effect
When
is
you take it
outstanding.
off,
Oh, okay.
when you take it off, when you're gonna see an orange color. That orange
okay.
color is going to turn into a very dark red cherry
Right,
color.
All right, so
By
that's
time.
natural, so I won't freak out. Okay.
Yeah, that means one more thing. If the henna henna colors come slowly, that means it's natural henna.
Okay.
If someone say I can give you a henna within, it's gonna color you, stain you within 5 minutes, that's not good.
Okay.
That means that henna has something on it, any chemical on it.
Uh-oh, be careful about
Yeah.
that.
If someone say you have to be like my henna, if someone say you have to take a very good care, you can't wash your hand after 18 hours or after 36 hours, you're gonna see a best result. That means she or he has good henna.
Good henna.
Oh, all right.
Well, we know you have great henna. So once again, how can our viewers contact you to have you at their parties or anything else?
Yeah, they can definitely check my Facebook page. It's Henna New York, as I said, and they can call me. My cell phone number is 646-644-3440.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Let's give her a big round of applause, and Aurelia.
And don't forget to like my page.
Definitely. I'm
Yeah.
going to go home and do that. And speaking of liking her page, you should also like India Talks page. And that brings us to the end of this episode of India Talks, almost the end. Hope you had fun. I think Aurelia had the most fun in this room.
I did.
And if you want to participate in India Talks, this is what happens if you participate in India Talks. You could end up with henna at the end of the episode. You can email us at indiatalkstv@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Thanks to our crew. They worked really hard. And don't forget to donate to Relay for Life at tinyurl.com/samshirajrelay. And our new time, 4th Friday of every month, still at 8 p.m. So our next episode will be on January 25th, 2013. That's if the Mayans aren't right. If they are right, won't see you again. And Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. And now we have Vishal, who's going to perform for us again.
नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए हमको तरसाए, ऐसा कोई साथी हो नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए। ऐसा कोई साथी हो, ऐसा कोई प्रेमी हो, प्यास दिल की बुझा जाए। नीले नीले अंबर पर चांद जब आए, प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए।
Doing a couple of lines from various songs. पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बहार की, बस एक छाँव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं गली गली बहार की, बस एक छाँव जुल्फ की, बस एक निगाह प्यार की। पुकारता चला हूँ मैं, पुकारता चला हूँ मैं। याद आ रहा है तेरा प्यार, ओ याद आ रहा है तेरा प्यार। कहाँ हम कहाँ तुम हुए, तुम कहाँ गुम, अभी जाए के बाद। ओ याद आ रहा है तेरा प्यार।